how do you define really living authentically?
Oh, how do I define that? It just involves getting up every morning and reminding myself that I've got to be the most credible person in the room. And I think I was actually last year, I admitted to an audience about half this size that that's not the natural me. Mm-hmm. The natural me was somebody who, because of lots of things, wasn't necessarily the most honest and straightforward person in the world. And I made a commitment at some point in my life that I was going to work on changing that. And so I think authenticity requires vulnerability. And I think that and it's really the willingness to be vulnerable. What you learn when you sort of practice vulnerability is that something that's the opposite of what you think will happen happens. Because you think that if people really knew what was going inside, I'll say my head or my heart, that I would be rejected from that. But when you're willing to share it, and what you see is that you're not alone. It feels very lonely in there. You feel it's not alone, and instead of getting rejected, what ends up happening is you end up getting embraced, and a community starts to form. And really, that's become kind of my way of practicing law. Mm-hmm. That's what a trial is. It's about bringing people together around something that people don't really want to talk about. And if you're willing to show that piece of you that feels ugly and dirty and whatever, you can build a community around that. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that's, to me, what it means.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does go all into, you can't serve your clients unless you're like comfortable with yourself in all degrees. And so
I am not comfortable with myself. do not. No, it's the struggle that comes from not, frankly, being that comfortable. And I don't mean to contradict you, mm-hmm. because I wish I could get to a point where I felt fully comfortable in myself. And then I tell myself, well, maybe I don't really want to get there. But for me, it's a constant struggle.